Let's talk about gambling in football. I love football. Oh, the crowds, the songs, the goals, the pies. Football's like religion, but it's real. I've seen Jesus. He plays for Man City. It makes you join in. Every time there's a header, I'm at home watching, and I'll be like that. No one else does that. My mum's not like that with Strictly going, get it right, get it right. Pass it double, pass it double. This is how magical football is. It stopped a war. It's the only sport that ever did that. We all know that story. Christmas, 1914, they had a kick around. No other sport has that power. Imagine if the Germans had come over the top. Would you like to play ultimate frisbee? Fucking frisbee? Night, night, blondie. Well, I want to know, how did they arrange it? This was before the days of WhatsApp. You know, it was the Germans. British people struggle with languages. Just a bloke in no man's land. Oi! Do you want to play football? Football! I do not understand what you ask. Football! The point I'm making, football is wonderful, but it's been ruined. You're watching the game, you get to half-time, and suddenly every advert is like, put a bet on, 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 put a bet on. When the fun stops, stop. They're using a slogan to deal with the problem of gambling. It's bullshit. To some people, a gambling addiction is as serious as a cocaine addiction. You can't use a slogan to deal with it. Slogans don't solve problems. They do it with booze. Have you seen that on the side of a beer? Drink responsibly. Nobody in this country drinks responsibly. Have you seen The Weekend? It's like The Purge. Just... You have 2 days to live, England. Kill or be killed. When the fun stops, stop. You can't even measure fun. Do you want to put a bet on? Nah, I've reached max joy capacity. No one's ever been pulled over with the police blowing to this. Look at that, he's 3 times over the fun limit, you jolly bastard. These companies are so aggressive. Do you know, the gambling industry spending on marketing surged to 1.5 billion last year. Every time you switch on the TV, you see this.
If you like a bet, check this out.
App, tap, bet.
The number of corners.
See it, build it, back it.
The match goals.
£20 million in free bets.
The final score.
Get boosted odds on 3 o'clock's biggest games. You place bets, you get free bets.
You can watch it, and you can get involved in it.
You just gotta take the money and run.
When the fun stops, stop.
Nobody likes gambling adverts. I say we get rid of them. Do you know what we have instead? Here's my idea. We have the Queen reading out trivia. Wouldn't that be great?
Hello. You're 1 centimetre taller in the morning than you are in the evening. O.J. Simpson was originally cast to be the lead in The Terminator, but the studio didn't believe he could play the role of a cold-blooded killer. Finally, confession time. I am Banksy.
I'd rather that. Now, it's a serious problem. Did you see the shocking figures out this week about kids gambling?
According to this report, nearly 500,000 children between the ages of 11 and 16 have gambled in the past week. Of those, 55,000 children were considered to be problem gamblers.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it? When you're a kid, you should be climbing trees, building dens, laughing until you get tears in your eyes. I remember when I was young, we caught my friend Paul having a poo in the woods. Already wonderful. Could it get better? Yeah. My friend Jason pointed at him and went, "Forest dump." It's amazing. Like, as adults, you're laughing. Can you imagine what that did to a 12-year-old boy? We're gonna die, we're gonna die. His mum still calls him that. He was late for his own wedding and his own mother shouted, "Run, Forrest, run!" The point I'm making, 11-year-olds should be reading Harry Potter, not the Racing Post. Are you struggling with your homework, Timmy? No! My accumulator ain't come in! If Fly By Night doesn't win the 420 at Newmarket, they're going to take the fucking fidget spinner. And I know those people going, come on, Russ, what's wrong with the cheeky bet? Well, this isn't about you. It's about the most vulnerable addicts and the fact that gambling companies make their money by targeting them. In 2016, Paddy Power was found to have encouraged a problem gambler to keep betting until he lost his job, his home, and access to his kids. When a member of staff flagged this up, here's what the boss said. Steps should be taken to try to increase his visits and time spent in the gambling premises. They make money by preying on the weakest. Now, according to some estimates, the social problems created by gambling could cost the UK as much as £1 billion a year. Crime, unemployment, bankruptcy, homelessness, health problems, suicide, the list goes on. They cause as much as £1 billion worth of damage. And do you know how much they paid towards that? £10 million. They made $13 billion last year. Surely the government can pressure them to pay more to fix problems that they are causing. I read that in casinos, right, some people are so addicted to slot machines, they're wearing adult nappies so they don't have to leave the machine. That's what the advert should be. Ray Winston in a fucking nappy, just going, I'm not having any fun. Betting companies don't take enough responsibility for the problems they cause. Even their help is cynical. Look at the biggest word in the slogan. Look, fun is the big word. At the very least, it should look like this. Because gambling isn't the most fun you can have at football. Do you know what is? The first time you go to watch a match with your dad, and he explains the rules. Well, basically, son, you can shout what you want at these grown men, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Really?
Yes. I saw this last year at Bath City. There were 17 of us. We scored, right? The opposition goalkeeper was pulling the ball out of the net. He's quite a heavy-set lad. He looked at a kid who was next to me. He was honestly about 10 and went, "Do you have a good Christmas?" And this kid looked and went,
Looks like you did, you fat cunt.
that is football. That is fun.